Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Mahadev Wagmade. Today, I am going to discuss with you a very famous short story written by Premchand. The name of the short story is The Child. Premchand is a famous writer in Hindi. He wrote more than 200 short stories. Many of his short stories are translated into English. The Child is one of the story which is translated into English, and this story is a very beautiful and it is written by Munshi Premchand. So, through this story, he brought a new sense of social awareness in people through his stories and the novels. मुंशी प्रेमचंद जी ने जो ये स्टोरी लिखी है द चाइल्ड इस स्टोरी में एक सामाजिक जो अवेयरनेस है वो अवेयरनेस लाने की कोशिश मुंशी प्रेमचंद जी ने इस कहानी से किया है. This story is about the child. And here in this story, there is a narrator and another, a servant, that is his name is Gangu, and the third character is Gomti. The narrator, who is a very generous and the rich man. जो का narrator है वो बहुत ही generous सभ्य आदमी है, बहुत ही rich है. Here Gangu, who was a servant working in his house, where there are many servants, but Gangu was a different one. Gangu, who was by birth, he was a Brahmin, so he thinks that all should give respect to him. And here his master, who was a narrator of this story, he was very generous and he works himself. Whatever the work he wants, that is he completes his works without telling his servants. When there were summer days, that time there was a very hot. At that time also, Gangu could not go to his masters and to fan him. गंगू एक अलग आदमी है और अलग सर्वेंट है इस नरेटर के घर में. So he was a Brahmin and he was an ideal Brahmin. एक दिन नरेटर के पास वो सुबह सुबह जाता है. He went to the narrator. Narrator was hesitated to speak with him, and he told him that he was very busy and he could not have a time to speak with him. So that he told that I will come next time. But narrator asked him, why have you come here? Speak as early as possible. Then the narrator thinks that he came for an advance salary. The narrator thinks that whether he came to complain some of the other servants, but actually he was not came for that purpose. So, but what is your work? But the narrator was surprised when Gangu declared that he wanted to leave the job. He wanted to leave or he wanted to resign the job. Narrator asked, why are you going to leave this job? Narrator ने उनको पूछा क्यों आप जॉब छोड़ना चाहते? He told that he was going to marry Gomti Devi. So Gomti Devi had been driven away twice by her two past husbands. She lived there in that mohalla and she was respected by none. All people believed her to be a low in character, but Gangu's opinion was different. गंगू का जो ओपिनियन है गोमती देवी के बारे में डिफरेंट था. Narrator tried to stop, but Gangu said that it was not fault. Nobody understood Gomti Devi. Finally, he left the job. And the narrator thinks that very soon Gomti Devi and Gangu would get separate because narrator knows about Gomti Devi. But after a few days, Gomti Devi ran away from that. नरेटर वॉज वेरी हैप्पी. नरेटर अभी बहुत खुश हो गए क्योंकि उन्होंने जो सोचा था वही हुआ. वट एवर ही थॉट दैट इट केम ट्रू. गंगू वॉज वेरी अपसेट बिकॉज गोमती देवी ran away, but still he had faith in her. After 1 month, when the narrator returned, Gangu came to him again, and in his hand there is a newborn baby. उसके हाथ में एक न्यूबॉर्न बेबी थी. वो बहुत ही खुश था. He said that he searched and found Gomti. So he told the narrator को बताता है कि she had run away because she was going to be the mother and Gangu was not the father of that child. So she gave the birth to the child after the 6 months of their marriage. Narrator गंगू को बोलता है कि ये आपका चाइल्ड है क्या, कि आपका मैरिज कितने मंथ्स हो गए. गंगू बोलता है 6 मंथ्स हो गए और 6 मंथ्स में ये फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने सुना है. फर्स्ट टाइम आई हर्ड दैट इज any mother can give a birth to a child within 6 months. So Gangu was very generous. Narrator tried to provoke him against the Gomti, but he was firm in his love. He told that it is not my child, it is the child of God. It is a gift from the God. So Gangu was very firm in his love, and he loves from his heart to the Gomti Devi. And finally, seeing this Gangu's feelings and generosity, the narrator was touched, and the narrator took the baby in his hand and offered the blessing to the baby. And at the end, he said, and both went to Gomti's house. This is the short story written by Premchand, and it tells about the story of Gangu and Gomti. I think all of you understood this story. If you like, please subscribe my channel.